Ugh. Come to gloat, have you, Bookling? Alright, I admit, I took the drinking a bit too far last night, but I'm still perfectly capable of handling myself in the tournament. Is that water? Oh. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I know I already said that. Perhaps I am doubly thankful for the water, Have you something witty to say to that? I'm sorry, Bookling. The alcohol last night did little to ease my nerves, and this morning's headache is doing even less. You do always have something clever to say, don't you? Such a brat. What? I am not grumpy, Bookling. Nor am I changing the subject. Even if I was, why won't you let me? Damn your observations! Yes, alright? I am worried. If this were any other tournament, any other year, I would be fine. I would not have to worry. But this year, this tournament, it changes everything. Do you remember? When we were on the road to Ewendale, I mentioned I had never lost a tournament, except for one training bout? Yes, I did mention it. When you proposed your ridiculous wager. When I was younger, long before I left Ewendale to travel abroad for a time, a page came to stay at the castle with us and join me in my training to become a knight. I would have been sent to his home in exchange, but my mother had arranged other plans for us. The boy and I trained very nearly every day, with little exception. He followed me everywhere, much like you do, although his company was not nearly as amusing. Yes, Bookling, I do find you amusing. At least, not when you're causing bloody havoc. Can I get back to my story now? Thank you. As I was saying, this page came to stay with my family at Ewendale and train with me every day. He learned alongside me until we each became squires under my father. He was conniving, shrewd, and persistent. He would put glue on the hilt of my practice sword so that I could not draw it, or remove one of the wheels of the wooden horse I used to practice tilting a lance. However, my father was not amused by his trickery and would stop our bouts before the boy could do any serious injury to me. Or before I could beat the daylights out of him for his pranks. On the day we were to become knights, my father organized a special event for just the two of us. We could display our skills separately. Everything from horsemanship and the use of various weapons to heraldry, dance, and courtly etiquette. What do you mean I must have failed courtly etiquette? You have absolutely no faith in me, Bookling. I told you that I am a lady. I just don't always abide by such rules of propriety. I know when these skills are needed and when they are not. For example, I know that interrupting is considered exceptionally rude. Thank you for your apologies, Bookling. I know you simply get excited every time there's an opportunity for a quip, but please, try to control yourself until I finish the story. Now, where was I? Ah, yes, thank you. The event of our knighthood. Since we had learned side by side, the boy and I had been given equal tools for success, but each of us was skilled in different areas. As you could probably imagine, the boy excelled in strategy and politics, the devious arts of diplomacy and tact. Not something I favored, of course, but I have my own skills. My mother and father decided to use a point system. If we both reached a certain number of points, we could become knights without having to fight against each other. A rather progressive approach, in my opinion, and neither of us were fond of it, but we were competitive and still are. He won in some areas, I won in others. It was only by the short sword that neither of us were clearly above the other in skill. We were evenly matched in swordsmanship. He could not beat me if I was focused enough. He could only resort to his pranks and calculating to distract me. And he did distract me. I lost the duel that day. Yes, Bookling. That boy was Sir Edwin, the only knight who has bested me, and he's fighting against me again today. I am confident in my abilities, Bookling, but if I have grown in skill these 5 years, so has he. I've no doubt he's become more cunning as well. If it were just a matter of me losing to him, then it would be fine, but it's my future on the line. He'll have my hand in marriage if I cannot defeat him today. Indeed. I doubt his threat to take your head along with my hand was an empty one. I am fighting for you as well, Bookling. Why does that surprise you so much? We are friends, are we not? Besides that point, you are an innocent. I'm duty-bound to protect you. What do you mean, is that all? Shut up, Bookling. Let's get down to the kitchens and break our fast. I certainly can't win a tournament on an empty stomach. Ow! Careful, Bookling, you're pulling my hair. Curse this bloody steel. Why does it feel so heavy today? No, it's not because I'm dehydrated. Honestly, you're worse than my mother at times. Yes, Bookling, I am quite certain you have gained deep knowledge of health and wellness in your studies, but would you mind being a bit less pedantic and a little more... Ow! Did you just pinch me? You little shit! Come here, I can still beat you with this armor on. Oh, bloody hell. Oh. Hello, Bookling. I seem to have fallen. What? No, of course I didn't do it on purpose. Come on then, Bookling. Up off the ground. You'll dirty that nice new tabard I gave you. Of course you're wearing the Ewendale standard. I couldn't have you walking about in any other knight's colours, could I? Why, Bookling, which other knight has captured your support so intensely that you would dream of wearing another's colours? Ugh, don't even mention him. Just the thought of Sir Edwin's face sickens my stomach. I can hardly wait to get to the tournament field and wipe that smug smile right off it. Oh, of course not! I would never lose to him, not when so much is at stake. He could take his proposal and shove it right up his...
You wounds me, my lady.
Oh. By the gods, Sir Edwin!
Oh, do keep your wits about you, my lady.
Thank you, Sir Edwin, for the suggestion. Otherwise I would have left them on my pantry shelf. Ugh. Did you not think to knock or announce yourself? And you call yourself a gentleman?
1,000 pardons, my lady. Oh, good afternoon, Bookling. Wait, why is your pet peasant allowed in your tent and I am not? My lady. I do hope nothing untoward was going on before my arrival.
How dare you! Wait, Bookling, no!
Yeah. You should learn to better control your pets, Isolde.
And you should better control your tongue, Sir Edwin, before I have a mind to cut it out. I have been quite patient with your insults, but you go too far. Leave my tent at once, or I will make you leave.
Patience never was your strong suit, my lady. I only wish to ensure your safety, of course, and speak with you briefly before we cross swords once again.
There is nothing we need to discuss, Sir Edwin.
Well then, my lady, you may simply listen.
What is the meaning of this? Unhand them at once. I said release them at once.
My lady. You will listen to what I have to say, or you'll never see your peasant again.
Speak, then.
That's much better. Now, I need not remind you what lies at stake for this tournament. Your family's lands, the titles, etc., etc., and, of course, you.
Get to the point, Sir Edwin.
I admire your candour, my lady. Very well then, I will speak plainly. You will not win this tournament. You will compete, of course, but you will not win.
You expect me to just surrender to you?
What? Of course not. I'm no fool, and neither are you. We will duel as is expected. I may even let you land a hit or two, but you will not win.
What does the duel have to do with Bookling?
You're awfully attached to them, aren't you, my lady? Why else would you defend them?
It is my duty as a knight to protect those who cannot protect themselves. Our code of chivalry states...
Chivalry? If I were not a chivalrous man, your Bookling would already be dead. Knights and their property have been held for ransom for centuries, my lady. It is quite common for tournament losers to pay a ransom to the champion.
So that's what this is? A ransom?
Precisely, my lady. Bookling will remain under my watch until the end of the tournament. It will be returned to you after, completely unharmed. All you need to do is lose.
But...
Our stage is set, my lady. I will see you on the tournament field. I will enjoy defeating you. Again.